Hi, my name is Jordan Thomas, and I'm ECWA's new Communications and Outreach Coordinator. And I'm here with Ricky, and I wanted to ask, what's new? What's happening at ECWA in 2021 this year?
It's been a ride, so it's been really good. One of the things that we've been really working on is continuing to expand our engagement work and also our communications work. So Jordan, we're so excited to have you on board because through a grant that we received, we were able to hire you to help us really get our communications game to a professional level and be able to reach more people in the city of Durham. But we're also continuing to work on our engagement work, especially through the Conservation Fund's Parks with Purpose program, but also through some of the work we're doing to try to engage people in our monitoring work across the city to monitor things like urban flooding, which will hopefully be debuting a program next year that we've been prepping for all this year that will help bring citizens together to monitor our creek more. And we've just been in general trying to kind of work on doing more programming now that the pandemic is in a new phase and we feel like we can start to safely gather outside. So we've been able to start doing more hikes, more programs, more things that benefit all the people.
Ricky, what are some updates or exciting things happening that would be interesting to long-term supporters?
Yeah, I've only been with the organization for 2.5 of its over 20 years, so I still feel like the weight of the history of the organization. We had such an amazing group of founders that some of whom still live in Durham, some of whom, like Steve Pillman, live in New Jersey. And I think some of the things they were really interested in the beginning, we still do. Like we are really working hard on thinking about biodiversity and plant restoration. Steve and some of the early volunteers were super involved and interested in planting the first native kind of plant restoration areas at 17th Woods, which was our first preserve. And those areas are still there, and we still manage them thanks to volunteers like Volunteer Steward Perry Suggs. We're expanding the scope of that now. We have this 80-acre Glenstone Preserve, which is on this rare-ish diabase rock with really interesting soils. And we partner with the North Carolina Botanic Garden, and just this month, they're going to get us all of these species that are that they've grown at the Botanic Garden, but that are from seeds that were collected in our area that we can reintroduce to the preserve, which I think is really cool. And unlike when we started, when we just had 17-acre woods, we now have almost 500 acres of land to start thinking about ways of restoring that are going to bring back some of the plant species that were there before, say, agriculture, before things were plowed. So I think that's super exciting. But the other piece of it is we're a land trust in addition to being a watershed association. So we're essentially banking land for conservation. And we're doing it in a way that we hope is as responsible and responsive to the community as possible, and is righting some historical wrongs around land acquisition, especially in Black and Brown communities. And at the same time, we're able to start kind of working in community with those groups to find ways to acquire land in a way that the community supports in all of them. And this year we had 2 new parcels that we added that expanded our lively nature preserve in the South LMB wetland area. And with support from different community associations, the Audubon Society and others, we're in the middle of a process of lobbying, and I think in the next year, if we keep up what we're doing, if Chris Drapps and others keep doing what they're doing as our land protection director, we have a real chance of getting the city council to vote to protect 300 acres of new land to permanently protect the heron rookery. That's a huge thing, and we aren't there yet, but this year has been all about laying that groundwork and working in community, working with city council, working behind the scenes with the North Carolina Natural Heritage Program to lay the groundwork to make that our biggest conservation deal happen at some point in the future.